I've restored unusual things will get back to normal as soon as the current spate of unrest has been dealt with. Ooh. And the shipyard of note. 9 ships. A Type 9 Heavy. It's the largest, one of the largest cargo ships on the market. While lacking capacity of Imperial Cutter, it's significantly less expensive and able to, it can be purchased without ranks in the Imperial Navy. And you can get a fighter bay. Could use that for a fair bit of mining. Federal Gunship. It's a tougher, more powerful version of its sibling, the Federal Dropship. With a total of 7 hardpoints, the gunship boasts a stronger combat profile than dropship. Superior officer allows it, superior armor allows it to soak up more punishment. It may be slower and less agile than dropship, but this is by design. The gunship has been created to dominate other ships rather than outpace or outmaneuver them. Assault ship, dropship. The keelback is also a fair miner ship. Because you can stick a fighter on it. There is a black market here. Auto launch. Navigation. Oh, here's some pirates.
Landing coupler is engaged. Clear for departure.
Whoa! The hell? What did it even wing off of? No, fine. Got overconfident. I'm leaving before anyone can notice. I don't know what happened there, officer. Don't know that place. Jesus. This one's really spread out. It's annoyingly large. Castigator. off course. Got distracted by a marker. But, it's fine. Screw down responsive. Legal salvage. Oh shit, I just realized one thing. I don't actually have collectors. No way in hell I'm actually gonna even be able to grab any loot here. Also, all the fighting. Those are pretty high tier ships. Those are scary. And security isn't turning up here. Bates Pride. There's nothing for it but to head back. I could get involved and try and kill them, but it will piss me off to no degree that I can't get any loot. I forgot all about it. Too used to having it, too used to not needing it. Ugh. Here, BRB. Hey folks, and I'm back. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Full contacts.
Permission authorized. You are clear for approach to pad 1-4. Automated docking assist is now in progress.
I can just go back to that pirate fight and just keep grabbing the pods and just don't even need to fight.
Scan detected.
Indeed.
Landing gear deployed.
The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone. Blockages will be removed.
Yeah, I think they just said lethal force. It's a little hard to hear.
Contact. Ship secured.
Okay. It's annoying that Galnet is so limited. just realizing, I don't think they have collector. Yeah, they don't have collectors here, and I can't use the one that I'm getting shipped over. So I'm not sure in the difference in these. Ooh, this is a black market. Actually both do. This black market's in different position. Tuning. Okay, let's say hi to Lemon. Like the collectors I have only work if I take off one of my large cargo containers or my shields. I can't use that for combat. Sword is.
Ship restraints retracted. Access corridor is clear.
So I have to fight to be heard. Which, well, but what I'm hearing isn't what you're hearing.
Frameshift charge detected. Scan detected. Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. Safe travels, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, don't need assistance. Just say, don't be needy for 5 seconds. Cool. Manage the impossible.
Commander. Welcome to Heya. The mission granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you. Coming in from Delta. Be on the lookout for Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is go.
Did I forget to slow down? Apologies if I hit a player. If it's an NPC, you can go fuck yourself. I was distracted. Awkward.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Landing successful. Solid approach.
No stored ships, no available ships. Yeah. Ooh, fuel's on 9%. 9% service tariff. You can gradually earn the pay currency. See the blue thing? Just by playing the game, just doing whatever. You gradually earn it bit by bit. But you can only earn like 300 a week max. Optional. Please have it. Please have it. Yes. Wow. 1A. Out of curiosity. Tree B. I don't know what I have elsewhere. Tree B. Sylvie. D, C have longer lifespans. B has less, but longer distance. Well, A has slightly less distance, but longer lifespans. Alright, weird. Still, bye. Oh, point defense turret. Fully automated anti-missile defense system that tracks and fires upon missiles, torpedoes, and mines in range. Wouldn't mind having those, you know? But I don't have the stuff for it. could go do some mining, but I wanted, I said I wanted to do some combat, but so I want to go do some combat. Again, it annoys me that there isn't the consistency of stuff.
Empire denies existence of secret prison. Pilots Federation alert. An Imperial intelligence detention facility discovered in the RCRA sector AFAD.
Frameshift drive charging.
4-2 system has been repudiated by
4, 3, 2, 1.
Empire. The outpost, named Serene Harbor, was located after its distress call was shared publicly by the Pilots Federation. According to the commander Andy X, who first investigated the site, all its occupants were dead as the result of what appeared to be a prisoner breakout. Unlike the Imperial Internal Security Service, the Imperial Intelligence Organization has no spokespeople or public channels. However, Senator Carl Nerva told the media, the claim that high-security prisoners and terrorists are being tortured for information in an unregistered outpost is categorically false. There is no such place as Serene Harbor. We believe that independent pilots have been duped by a federal ploy to undermine the Empire, using fake locations and logs for theatrical effect. I assure all citizens that Imperial intelligence operates fully within the law and remains vigilant against all threats. When asked about Commandant Gabriel De Luca, who was identified by surviving logs at the outpost, Senator Nerva replied, Captain De Luca was indeed an agent of Imperial intelligence, but died on active duty several years ago. It's obvious that this respected hero's identity has been stolen to add credibility to anti-Imperial disinformation. Core Dynamics implicated in Starship One sabotage. Evidence presented at the trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent suggested financial links to Federal Shipbuilding Corporation Core Dynamics. This significant development was covered by Ethan Takahashi for the Federal Times. The initial investigations around Starship One's destruction in 3301 were outlined by the prosecution. When the Federal Attorney's Office revisited this historical data, traces were found of financial transfers routed through non-Federation banking systems. The FAO brought in the expertise of the War Glass Investigations Agency, which discovered that these transactions were made via shell companies created by Core Dynamics. Fleet Admiral Vincent, as well as several other naval officers, received billions of credits through these companies that went undeclared. Vincent refused to answer any questions about this evidence, once again claiming that he is the victim of a conspiracy to hand the presidency to Felicia Winters. Despite multiple requests from the press, Core Dynamics has not made any public comment. There are unverified reports of large-scale activity taking place at some of the corporation's centers of operation. Alliance election delayed due to Galactic Summit. The Alliance Assembly has agreed to delay electing a new Prime Minister to avoid clashing with the forthcoming Galactic Summit. The proposal to postpone the election date came from Prime Minister Edmund Mahone. Now that the diplomatic conference has been confirmed,
But we want
we must
freedom.
adapt
When
to
do we
take
want it?
advantage of
Now.
this historic event. A potential change in leadership occurring at the same time as the Galactic Summit would cause confusion and undermine the Alliance's presence. Although Mahone's proposal was voted through by a narrow margin, many council members disagreed with altering the political calendar. Councillor Makoto Kane, who is a candidate in the election, declared, "It is outrageous that the Prime Minister is using this as an excuse to extend his term in office. Once again, he is more concerned with projecting the Alliance as a superpower than the interests of member systems. This behavior is what you'd expect from a corrupt emperor or president, clinging onto power at any cost." The Assembly has rescheduled the election to take place 3 months.
Olympic drone error. Employee dispatch. Collector expired.
307, although this remains only provisional. Halsey suggests motivation for assassination attempt. At the trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent, former President Jasmina Halsey has revealed possible reason reasons behind the sabotage
No.
of Starship One in 3301. Crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported from the Federal High Court. Jasmine Halsey provided details of a top-level federal cabinet meeting in mid-April 3301, an event which was
Oh, I
never
did get this.
classified. Its aim was to address the high levels of public dissatisfaction with her administration. At the meeting, Halsey explained that she had been inspired by various peace activists to refocus on the well-being of citizens. She planned to reduce taxes, invest in social infrastructure and slash federal Navy spending. As yet, this was only a preliminary plan to be implemented later that year.
I think
Halsey told the court
lost
that only
interest.
a dozen officials were present at this meeting,
Running input drone.
including Admiral Vincent. All were told that this forthcoming sea change in policy was confidential, but to expect major budget changes in the coming months. The prosecution counsel stated that Vincent was therefore aware that naval defunding was imminent.
Yeah, it just left.
Something which would reduce his personal influence. It would also impact powerful individuals who Vincent was illegally connected to, evidence of which would be presented in due course.
Running input drone.
Anonymous source refers to distress call location. Pilots Federation alert. An encrypted message seems to provide planetary coordinates related
I don't
to
know
the
why
mysterious
my
signal
probes were
from
dying
Serene
there.
Harbor.
Limit expired.
Why?
The message
Running input drone.
received by the Pilots Federation was as follows. Welcome to Serene Harbor. 56.4 latitude, minus 8.3 longitude. Theta 7.
Maybe I was
Although
targeting
this
something.
pinpoints a geographical area on a planetary surface, the astronomical location of this body remains a mystery. It is unclear whether Theta 7 refers to additional map coordinates of some kind, or is a code phrase intended for unknown recipients. Little is known about the original distress call, other than its brief content. This is an emergency broadcast on all frequencies from Serene Harbor. We are. Request for pilots to trace distress call. Pilots Federation alert. An independent vessel has detected a fragment of a mysterious message coming from an unexplored region of space. Commander Elsa Solomon was traveling through the Swal's XXDC-130 system when her ship's communications array picked up a faint transmission. The message was as follows. This is an emergency broadcast on
A
all
few more
frequencies
ships
from Serene
joined.
Harbor. We are. The transmission ended abruptly and did not resume. The signal did not contain any identification data or indications as to its origin. Commander Solomon gave coordinates to Vox Galactica. The message appeared in my comms panel
We're gonna
as
have to run
text
now in
and
a
an
sec.
electronically generated voice. I wasn't able to determine a source, only that it was broadcast within 80 light years of that system. My schedule was tight, so I couldn't spend long tracking it. I have no idea if Serene Harbor is a starport, a settlement, or even a megaship, but this is obviously a Mayday signal. Someone somewhere is in serious trouble. I've asked the Pilots Federation to share the information in case any of my fellow commanders can help. To help triangulate the source, there is a call-out to any other ships that were in the area at the time, which may have received a similar broadcast. However, no responses have been received as yet. Sirius Corporation secures hosting of Galactic Summit. Pilots Federation alert. Sirius Corporation has received more data than Utopia and will therefore host the Galactic Summit. Both organizations propose to organize a diplomatic conference for the Alliance, Empire and Federation. After calling on the galactic community to gather data that would support security operations, many pilots handed in anomalous bulk scan data, atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data and unusual encrypted files. All three superpower governments confirmed that due to its success in preparing effective security systems, they will accept Sirius Corporation as the neutral territory for the conference. CEO Lee Yong-Rui made this announcement. Thank you to all the independent pilots who supported us. Sirius will now begin work preparing for the first Galactic Summit, which we hope will increase peace and prosperity across the galaxy. Pilots who delivered to Sirius Corporation can collect their rewards from Goldstein Port in the Lembava system. Simguru Pranav Antal expressed disappointment, but confirmed that all who contributed to Utopia's initiative will be rewarded Tala settlement in the Palanai system. Sirius Corporation has stated that
Nice.
the Galactic Summit
Mechanical
is
equipment.
provisionally scheduled to take place over a 3-week period in late February and early March.
Wow.
Jasmina Halsey provides testimony about Starship One. Former President Jasmina Halsey has taken the witness stand during the trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent at the Federal High Court. Crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported the details for the Federal Times. Jasmina Halsey confirmed
Contact statement retracted.
that the orders for Starship One's unscheduled stopover in the Ozalic system came directly from Fleet Admiral Vincent. She added
Comply.
that the presidential
Frameshift drive charging.
itinerary was often altered for various mundane reasons, and at the time this seemed routine. Halsey also provided an account of the vessel's destruction, describing the chaos and panic on board as the hyperspace misjump caused rapid structural disintegration. She praised her security detail for getting her into a cryogenic stasis pod and launching it moments before Starship One exploded. During cross-examination, the defense counsel quoted her reported visions after being rescued, when Halsey described meeting the caretakers of our galaxy and experiencing the infinities of the cosmos. It was suggested that the testimony of someone suffering from such obvious delusions should be discounted. Halsey admitted that she no longer has any memory of making those statements and may have been suffering from post-traumatic shock. She then provided the court with psychological reports and neural scans from the Alliance's finest doctors, medical...
4, 3, 2, 1.
The hanging always gets me concerned. In fact, I can't do anything great. Not really sure what's the issue here. Is it internet? Could be lagging out.
confirming that she is of sound state of mind. Trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent begins. The Federal High Court on Mars has opened the trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent, who is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and treason. Vincent stands
Let's take a look and
accused
see
of
how this
organizing the
place is.
sabotage of Starship One in 3301, resulting in hundreds of deaths. The Federal Times' crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported. The trial began with the prosecution counsel outlining the case. Material evidence obtained from Chief Technician Rory Webster, whose testimony led to Vincent's arrest, was presented before the jury. Vincent was questioned about a secure transmission from his office to the presidential vessel on the 24th of May 3301, ordering an unscheduled diversion to the Ozalic system for routine maintenance. This is where Webster's engineering team followed Vincent's orders to install the sabotaged hyperdrive component that caused the misjump. Evading the questions, Vincent claimed that the entire trial was a Liberal Party cover-up and that Starship One was destroyed to put Winters in charge. With the loss of President Halsey and Vice President Naylor, Felicia Winters did indeed assume the role of acting president and became leader of the Liberal Party. However, the defense counsel played down these accusations, instead declaring that Webster's recordings of Vincent's orders could have been falsified. Councillor Kane campaigns for alliance votes. Councillor Nakato Kane is visiting key systems across the Alliance as part of her bid to be elected as the next Prime Minister. Of all the challengers to the incumbent Edmund Mahone, Kane has the most support from fellow council members. She has represented the Tionisla system for nearly a decade and is renowned for delivering forceful speeches before the Assembly. Kane's disapproval of the expansionist policies in recent years has struck a chord with people in many systems. She also has a strong reputation among the Old Worlds, which are viewed as the historic hub of the Alliance.
I'm just
During
looking
a
and seeing,
political
is there
rally on
anything
Tuesday,
out there?
Councillor
You
Kane
know, any
directly
archives of it?
criticized her
It'd be
election
great if there
opponent.
was.
Prime Minister Mahone
But there
clearly
really
thinks that
isn't.
the
And people have
Alliance
been
must
complaining for
defeat the
years,
Empire's
but
arrogance and the
nothing.
Federation's corporate greed.
I don't know what would
He
be the
has
difficulty
repeatedly
in
led us into
not
conflict with
nuking the
Nargon
things out of
race,
existence.
risking millions of
Hell,
lives
if they
so
put
we
them
could
onto
raid their
iTunes,
territories
it would
like
be
thieves
something.
in the night. I believe that we should be inspired by the mutual cooperation that once made the Old Worlds thrive. We must invest in trade and security to benefit our member systems, instead of pretending to be a monolithic superpower. Marlinist colonies receive emergency food supplies. Pilots Federation
Like, if they
alert.
put them all onto
Large
iTunes, then you
amounts
can
of
just
food
listen to them on a
commodities have been
playlist.
delivered to the
Be easy enough to
Marlinist
balance it,
colonies.
so for me
Multiple
to balance it
shipments
so
of
I could
animal meat,
play them all
fish, fruit
playing
and
this.
vegetables and grain were transported to Stillman Hub. Messages of gratitude were broadcast from all the Marlinist factions, which have distributed these vital supplies across the 8 colony systems.
You know, I could go
The
into a
Free
conflict
Marlinists
zone,
of
not join
Karudi
either
also
side,
issued bounty vouchers for wanted ships
and just
in order to protect the deliveries. Contributing pilots can now collect their rewards from Stillman Hub in the HIP 22550 system. In related news, the first
Might work.
Marlinist
Probably
parliament
not.
has been democratically elected. The respected community leader Dr. Jenna Fairfax was chosen by a majority public vote to be First Minister. In a public address, she said, "This path was not chosen by us, but our people have turned Marlindevel's ideology into a functioning Republican society.
you can hear
Now
me,
that
the
we are fully
game, see the
independent
game, and do
members of the
recording,
galactic
20,
community,
21,
we can
22,
repay those who
23,
aided our survival by
24.
offering discounts on commodities and establishing regular trading." Sirius and Utopia compete to host Galactic Summit. Pilots Federation alert. Rival initiatives to arrange a diplomatic conference have been launched by Sirius Corporation and the Utopia Commune. The Alliance Assembly, Federal Congress and Imperial Senate have each provisionally agreed
Deployed.
to the first Tri-Superpower Galactic Summit in late February. This political gathering will also be attended by representatives from
It's knowing that they'll only grab that one.
specified that their participation depends upon the event being successfully organized in neutral territory and with sufficient resources and security in place. Sirius Corporation and Utopia have begun to gather supplies to host the conference. Both have requested assistance from the galactic community to provide a broad range of data.
The escape
which will
pod
be
systems
vital
have been
for
damaged and will fail by the
security
end time
operations.
provided in the briefing.
Whichever organization obtains
I
the
didn't get a
greatest
brief.
amount of data will be deemed most suitable.
Ooh, I got an occupied
The
one.
following data sources are of interest to both parties. Anomalous bulk scan data, atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data.
So knowing
and
that you can't
unusual
direct them
encrypted
to
files.
grab an item in particular without it meaning that they will
Utopia's proposal to deliver the data to Tanner settlement in the Palanai system.
just die
Similarly,
afterwards.
Young Rui has asked
It's
all those
quite
who
annoying.
leave Sirius Corporation to be a more suitable host to
Like, it
deliver
would be
the
nice
data to
if
Gold
they,
Sand Port in the Lembarda system.
again, EVE Online drones. Well, actually, you can't really
Jasmina
direct
Halsey
EVE Online
returns
drones
to
to
the Federation.
grab you items.
Former President Jasmina Halsey has
But you
arrived
can
on Mars
say,
to
like,
serve
mine
as
that
a witness
asteroid,
in the
okay, you're
upcoming
done.
trial of
Mine that
and
one.
Roland
You
Lucas.
get more use out of it.
Halsey was subpoenaed by the Federal High Court to testify
These ones are
before the
much
jury.
more
Although
disposable,
this was not legally enforceable, since
which
she now lives beyond the
is a little
Federation's
irritating given
jurisdiction,
how
she has
limited your
acceded to the
space
court's
is and how
request.
many you can have. And
Jasmina Halsey served as federal president prior to the destruction of Starship 1 in 3301, which Vincent is accused of arranging. She was recovered alive, but abandoned her political career and emigrated to the Alliance. She has since campaigned as a peace activist and acted as an advisor to Prime Minister Edmund Mahone. After greeting a large crowd of supporters at Olympus Village Spaceport, Halsey gave a statement to the Federal Times. This is a bittersweet moment for me.
Quarrelsome
Coming back to the
Gehenna?
Federation feels like revisiting
What a
a
name.
past life. But perhaps we can finally lay some ghosts to rest. She was welcomed
Soup
in person
Dragon.
by Shadow President Felicia Winters, who is Secretary of State in Halsey's administration. However, President Zachary Hudson has made no comment regarding his predecessor's return on the forthcoming trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent. Prime Minister Mahone campaigns for re-election. Edmund Mahone has launched a political campaign to be elected as the Alliance's leader for a second term. The incumbent Prime Minister is undertaking a whistle-stop tour across Alliance space to rouse support. Only members of the Assembly can cast votes in this election, but they will be heavily influenced by public opinion within their systems. Mahome's campaign has focused on the Alliance's huge expansion during his 6-year premiership, with reminders of triumphs such as the Alliance Festival of Culture. His ability to handle a crisis has also been highlighted, including President Kincaid's attempted coup and the League of Reparations crusade. More recent examples of his leadership are welcoming Marlinist refugees from the Empire and exploiting the Coalsack Nebula to boost economic prosperity. However, Mahone's critics have pointed out that both strategies increase the risk of attack from neo-Marlinist terrorists and the Thargoids. Addressing a packed conference hall on Birmingham in his home system of Deso, Mahone proclaimed, "We live in an increasingly turbulent galaxy, making it important to maintain a steady hand at the wheel. I will be honored to continue representing the diverse peoples of the Alliance." Galactic Summit proposal from Sirius Corporation. Utopia's ability to host a diplomatic conference for all 3 superpowers has been challenged by the Sirius Corporation. The Megacorp's counter-proposal was announced by CEO Li Yongrui. With all due respect to Singuru Antal, his commune cannot match our level of resources. Sirius is far better placed in terms of logistics and security, and our Navy will be able to ensure the safe transportation of all delegates. Furthermore, we already have excellent commercial relationships with the Alliance, Empire and Federation, and can therefore guarantee neutrality. Our recent philanthropic gesture at creating the Marlinist colonies proved that we are an impartial, stabilizing force for the whole galaxy. Discussions regarding the conference have been ongoing in superpower and independent systems alike.
Alright,
Some leaders have decried it as
let's
a pointless exercise, while others view it as a rare opportunity for political
get back to
cohesion.
Carrier.
Sirius Corporation and Utopia's propositions for a Galactic Summit are now being compared by potential attendees. However, Rackham's offer to host the conference at the actual Galactic Summit of Rackham's people is not being seriously considered.
Let's go
Uncertainty
and
hits takeover of Lakon Spaceways.
trade these
The
in.
purchase of
I
shipbuilding
could sell
company
them,
Lakon
but I can
Spaceways
also
by
trade them in.
Dynamics is in doubt after
So
allegations
they've a
of
lost and
illegal
found over
business
here.
practices. Earth and Carrier
For
reported on the recent
tree
developments
things.
for the Alliance Tribune.
Should
The
get a fair bit of
Independent
rep
Commission
for it, I
Market
imagine.
Equality has confirmed that several Lakon shareholders sold their stock to shell companies, which were covertly established by departments within Core Dynamics. Furthermore, 2 serious accusations of blackmail have been referred to Alliance Interpol. Trent Delaney, Lakon's newly installed chairperson, has dismissed these claims. But coupled with serious rumblings from the Council of Admirals over losing a military supplier, his hostile takeover now looks less certain. In the Federation, the newsfeed sold today ran an editorial piece on the situation. Acquiring Lakon is another bold triumph for manufacturing Colossus Core Dynamics. It's a shame that it's being undermined by the petty bureaucrats of the Alliance, who should be gratefully grasping
Someone
this
seems to have an
financial lifeline.
archive of
It's also
all
laughable that CEO Jupiter Rochester, one of our titans of industry,
or most
stabbed in the back
of
by
the
old-fashioned colleagues who were clearly jealous
things.
of his
But the
success.
only issue with it
Perhaps
is
his Jupiter division has finally outgrown
it's
the
just
corporation
text.
and deserves to forge its own path. Marlinist systems request emergency food supplies. Pilots Federation alert. The new recently settled Marlinist colonies have asked for urgent deliveries of foodstuffs. Millions of Marlinists have relocated to aid systems colonized for them by the Sirius Corporation, thereby reducing tension between the Empire and the Federation. They have asked Universal Cartographics to delay a census
It's a
of the
shame there's
system's
no
populations,
audio.
while the refugees lay the infrastructure for their new societies. The Marlinist factions are holding democratic elections to select their leaders. However, the Transitional Parliament has declared an emergency due to the shortage of food stocks. Community spokesperson Dr. Jenna Fairfax announced, "We are grateful to the Galactic community and Sirius Corporation for providing homes. However, we need further help to feed our people in the short term until we can become self-sufficient. The more supplies we can stockpile, the faster our economies will develop." This in turn will allow
People
us to
are claiming
offer
that
greater
the
commodity discounts to encourage the
person reading it
establishment of
is just
regular
actually
trade
text to
routes.
speech.
Pilots are asked to deliver animal meat, fish,
If that's text to
fruit and
speech, it's very well
vegetables,
done.
and grain to Stillman Hub in the HIP 22550 system. As this system's defense forces are still being formed, the Free Marlinists of Carini have offered bounties on all wanted ships to secure these initial trade runs to the Marlinist colonies. Xenological samples delivered to Colonia. Pilots Federation alert.
Again, it's annoying me that
The
there's
Holloway Bioscience
nothing.
Institute has rewarded pilots who delivered living matter extracted from space-dwelling organisms. Many shipments of seed pod tissue samples arrived at Shack Station, from where they will be transported to the Holloway Biology Center on Colonia 7G. These will be used to replenish stocks used in the facility's
You know, it's annoying me
experimentation
so
program.
much that remember what I did with Witcher, where I read out all the bestiary entries? I'm getting fucking annoyed enough that I'm thinking, you know what, fine, fuck you. I'm gonna read out all of them. There's a log. I'll read them.
Some with intriguing commercial possibilities. The Holloway Bioscience Institute
I'll get
now
random
plans
music
to
from the
establish
game.
experimental habitats for vacuum life forms in the following systems.
And I'll just read it out. Like, you know, WoW, I just use other things as standard. I'll get audio from the game. Like, I'll just linger on a thing and use it as background sound. Oh, actually, no, I can buy it off iTunes. There, I'll use that.
Core Dynamics Insider discusses
And I'll
Lakon
just
takeover.
read
An anonymous source
read
within the
every
shipbuilding corporation
fucking
Core
one
Dynamics
out.
has revealed details behind its hostile takeover of Lakon Spaceways. The nameless insider had previously
It's not the
stated that
same,
the
but
acquisition of Lakon was the personal project of Core Dynamics CEO Jupiter Rochester. These additional claims were broadcast
actually,
via Vox
they don't have any
Galactica.
audio to them, do they?
In the last few years, Rochester
It's
has
just
purchased many companies
that.
based outside the Federation, such as Vodal. Lakon Spaceways is just the latest. It seems legal, but he manages these subsidiaries directly and installs his own people there. Some say he's diversifying his family's private holdings.
Delay C Papa Alpha Lima. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Observe docking protocols if you wish to land. Request approved. Cleared to land on pad 28. Clear for automated approach vectoring.
Several departments only follow Rochester's directives and operate in silos unconnected with the rest of Core Dynamics. Staff refer to them as Jupiter Division. Some officers even started using that name, like they're a separate company within a company. I've heard that some directors are unhappy with Rochester, but he's too well connected to ever get rid of. It's thanks to him that we have so many military contracts. As always, the rich get away with anything. Core Dynamics declined to comment on this statement. Naomi Landseer, former chairperson of the Lakon Spaceways Board of Directors, has asked the Independent Commission for Market Equality to investigate further. Date set for trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent. Fleet Admiral Lucas warns that the Federal Navy will stand trial on the 25th of January, charged with conspiracy.
Landing successful. Engines disengaged.
murder and treason. The
Contacts.
Federal Attorney's Office
Search
has
and escape.
successfully obtained a grand jury indictment against Fleet Admiral Vincent.
Get more of a
He
reward.
is accused of arranging the sabotage of presidential vessel Starship 1 in 3301 to assassinate then President Jasmina Halvi. Although she was later recovered alive, hundreds died when the ship was
Yeah,
destroyed
you get
in
a
flight.
slightly more than
These
the galactic
charges were
average
brought
as a
following
reward.
the trial of Rory Webster, a naval technician who was implicated in the failure of Starship 1's hyperdrive system. Mr. Webster
Jesus.
confessed his
I just
involvement, but
I
offered
just
a plea
popped
bargain
in
by
and grabbed
providing
bullshit
evidence
and
that he
I
was following clandestine orders from Vincent. The subsequent arrest caused repercussions in
just got
military
so
and
much
political
so much
circles.
shit. So much money
President
for it.
Zachary Hudson's long-term association
With
with
your help,
Vincent
we're closer to
resulted
accomplishing
in
our goal to find and rescue
Republican
missing people.
Congressman
Incoming message.
confidence in his leadership and increased the Liberal Party's popularity. As a naval chief of staff, Fleet Admiral
I've hired a rep
Vincent is
with the
highest
Progressive Party
ranking federal
of
military officer
Silicon.
to ever stand trial. Media interest remains intense, with much public speculation about corruption among the Federation's highest echelons. The trial will take place at the Federal High
So,
Court
Palanai, I
in
hope you're ready to
Olympic
dazzle
Village
me
on
with your
Mars,
brilliance.
and is
My name
expected to
is
last
Marilyn
several weeks.
Wagner. Not Wagner. Vaughn? Not sure how to say it. Civil unrest is rife in this system. Cheap and easy. Ooh, Jesus, that kind of money.
Incoming message.
Now cordial with the company there. It's easy to get to cordial and rep levels when you just are paying them. I can't remember if there's much benefit in a higher level laser. Presumably there is. Presumably. But what, what that benefit is, so on and so forth, I don't know. Not sure if my ship will actually be able to handle it. And I do wish, like, we could... Like, okay, sure, say if we had to watch them, like, if we could at least set multiple ones to switch over, it would be something. But no, it's just... each one. It's so tedious. Oh. Yeah, that's all I can do. That's maintenance. Stock. Get 25. What kind of ships do you have here? Oh yeah, yeah.